This is the web series for the love of BIM, promoting Barbados, everything Bajan Canadian, and everything Canadian Bajan. Welcome to episode 10 in season 3 of the web series for the love of BIM. I am your host, Sonia Marvel Carter. I am excited today. Why, you ask? Why? Because I am home. I am in Barbados. It is a short visit, but I am home. So long visit or short visit, I'm happy. I had hoped to take lots of video to show you over the next few weeks, but as we are still in the middle of a pandemic, I am being a responsible citizen and being very careful. So I'm not sure how much sightseeing I may get done, but I still have a few days left. This weekend, the world is engaging in prayer against the scourge of COVID. We pray specifically for our island, Barbados, as we are losing people at an alarming rate. And our healthcare system and medical practitioners are in danger of buckling under the pressure of the COVID-19 pandemic. We join in prayers around the world as we ask for deliverance from this dreaded virus. And as I encourage prayer, I ask also that we practice tolerance for those on the front line tasked with taking care of us and our loved ones if we ever find ourselves in any of the isolation facilities. We are all human beings, and it is important that we recognize and appreciate how hard this is, not just on us and our families, but on the healthcare providers and their families. Even though they may be seeing this from a different angle, they are just as affected, and I dare say even more so, as along with their extraordinary efforts, they tend still to be vilified and criticized, especially on social media. Today, as I drive around with my family making memories and recording these videos, we feel that we should maybe pass by some of these isolation facilities and hold up signs letting the healthcare providers know how much we appreciate their hard work and sacrifice. Letting the patients know as well that we are praying for their speedy recovery. Yes. We pause for a moment of prayer. Today we continue our chat with Dr. Eleanor Gittens. We met Dr. Gittens last week and learned that she is a forensic psychologist and professor at Georgian College in Barrie, Ontario. Today we will also get to see the more personal side of Eleanor. But before we resume our chat with Eleanor, let's have a look at some footage of Barbados. Now on to our feature for today. So Eleanor, tell us about your experience. How did you come to Canada? How long have you been in Canada? What are your hobbies? What do you do? Tell us a little bit about you.
So my family had intended to migrate to Canada, and I believe at that time my parents weren't feeling optimistic about the move and finding a job. So when our permanent residency papers came through, I was the person, I got into university and I was ready to go. So I was the first person in my family to come to Canada. And so I came to Canada to study. So I landed the day I came to Canada, I landed as a landed immigrant. My sister came next the following year, and my parents never came. So both of us are up here. I stayed here, I studied, I completed my degree, and then I went out to Japan to work for a year. And I went home to Barbados and I worked there for a bit, and I had my daughter. And then I studied in England, in Liverpool. So I did my master's and my PhD in England before coming back to Barbados. And at that time, because of the field that I was in and having connected with a number of individuals, I recognized that to get where I really wanted to go, I needed to be in a bigger place with more opportunities. So then I came back to Canada. So I would say I came back to Canada in 2009, and I've been here ever since. So hobbies. I have many, many, many hobbies. I like camping. And, it's funny because when you live in Barbados, you think, you'd never be involved in some of these activities, but you come up here and you assimilate, and in order to get out and really enjoy what Canada has to offer, you have to embrace some of these things. So I go camping, I go hiking. I have a little bit of a hobby farm that just my daughter and I, we deal with the farm. I do canning every fall. So I do jams, tomato sauce, can peaches and pickles, etc. So, I have a wealth of hobbies, and I also like to travel, which has been curtailed over the last year and 3/4. But, soon I'll be back at it because I love to travel. And part of traveling is being able to travel home and reconnect with family and friends. It kind of recharges you to be able to come back and keep going. For students looking to come up and study, or even for people planning to move to Canada, they've gotten a job, etc. I think for the students in particular, it's really, really important to research the weather. Pay attention to the weather. Prepare for anything. You may think you are prepared, but trust me, when winter comes, you are not prepared. So prepare for anything. For people who are looking to come here and they're looking to find work, or they may already have work, for those who are looking to find work, I'm recognizing that Barbados has its advantages. It's a small community. We know each other. We know how well you do what you do. We know your expertise. Here in Canada, it's not the same. It's a very large country, and so those connections are not as forthcoming as you would like. So getting a job is not as easy as you would like. However, that perfect job is here. It may take a little longer than you think it will take, but you will get it. You just have to have faith and hope, because it took me a while to get my perfect job, but I'm in it.
Travel, but what are your plans for future?
Well, my number one plan at this point is to head home. It's time to recharge that battery, time to see my parents, my family, and my friends, get on the beach, soak up the sunshine. So that's my number one goal. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that will be accomplished at Christmas. I'm hoping. We'll see. Other than that, I'm generally a quiet person, but I like to socialize. Go figure. So I'm looking forward to being able to socialize. I'm looking forward to connecting with friends in Toronto and elsewhere, and not being worried too much about contracting this, little virus here. So I'm looking, because we've been home. We've been doing our part, and I'm looking forward to getting out of the house, just getting out of the house and enjoying the friends that, we just chat via the web at this stage. So interpersonal communication, contact, friends, parties, limes. I'm looking forward to all of it.
Thanks again to Dr. Eleanor Gittens for sharing with us. This is such a small world. And during our chat, I discovered that I know Eleanor's mother and that we have some friends in common. I hope you are noting how many Barbadian educators we have in Canada at the top of their field and the great advice they have been imparting for those desirous of studying or migrating to Canada. And to think that I have not even interviewed half of them as yet. Now to the anniversary and birthday shout-outs.
This is your day. This is your day. This is your day. Happy birthday to you. May all your wishes come true, my darling. Happy birthday to you. Long life's good dreams and no jobs and blessings. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You have a nice day. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Make you think of your ways. Really a pleasure to know such a treasure. There's nothing to compare with your style and grace, my dear.
Congratulations to all celebrants, to Ron and Annetta on their anniversary, and the birthday celebrants, Asha, Adrian, stylist extraordinaire, philanthropist Barbara, cutie pie Bella, our rock star Prime Minister, the Honorable Mia Amor Motley, team member Kelvin, former team member Adrian, and last but by no means least, my grandma, Gwyneth Marvel, who will be 100 years old on October 7th. We pray blessings on each and every one of you on your special days, and extra special greetings on you, Grandma. But that's all the time we have for today, folks. So join us again in 2 weeks on October 16th. Oh yes, we are skipping a week for me to catch my breath. And then we resume with more interesting features and plenty more birthday shout-outs. Be safe, get vaccinated, adhere to the protocols, and continue to play your part to stop the spread of the COVID-19 virus. I'm off to continue enjoying Barbados. See you in 2 weeks.
The protected garden, we live on it, tomorrow need us today. The protected garden, we set this